This one's straight from Yahoo News, and I'll provide a link for that one too. Sean Diddy Combs was once hip hop's wealthiest mogul. How his business has unraveled amid sex trafficking allegations. So this is like the beginning of the end. So the guy went from his highs, now he's gonna hit his lows of lows in ways you can't begin to imagine. Sean Diddy Combs' empire started to crumble months before he was charged with three felony counts of racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution September 7th. So basically, this is going on for months. So the moment that he got hit, his places got raided, yeah, that's pretty much the signs right there. On the rap scene since the 90s, the Harlem-born performer 54 sang about being all about the Benjamins, which is the song he did, which he made famous. He has built his hip-hop empire. His brand became synonymous with a lifestyle of excess mansions, yachts, private planes, luxury cars, women, crystals, furs, over-the-top gifts for his mom, Janice. There's a meme of him staring at a dollar bill, looking puzzled by existence among the hundreds of dollars, and so many gifts of him making it rain. And there's a picture of him among friends. And I almost positive I don't know who that's in the back, but he's like among friends. Ciroc. Oh, that's an expensive liquor, that Ciroc. That's expensive stuff. And this is what it says here. If I'm correct, this little blurb down here, Sean Diddy Combs' estimated net worth is reported half of what it was a year ago. And this says it by Kevin Mazur. Really? Okay. Out of curiosity, I'm gonna see what's P. Diddy's worth right now. I'm gonna ask I gotta ask Copilot this. Copilot is the AI to my Microsoft. I'm gonna ask this one question. What is the current worth of Sean Combs?
As of 2024, Sean Diddy Combs' net worth is estimated to be between $600 million and $1 billion. Despite facing significant legal challenges and financial setbacks recently, he remains one of the wealthiest figures in the entertainment industry. Is there anything specific you want to know about his career or ventures?
No. Wait a minute here. Wait a minute. Something don't seem right here. Something does not seem right. Now you heard it from the AI Copilot. That man's worth $600 to $1 billion. The worst the man should be worth about 200 million. And the guy is he's going to put a mansion for only $50 million. He can't do it cash unless all the money is tied up to his empire, which is starting to shrink away. That's the only thing I think of. All that other excess cash is tied up to whatever dealings he had. I'm like, he's worth that much. I know the man's worth a lot of money, but I had no idea the guy's pretty much almost a billionaire. But go on. Let me keep going on here. Because once again, this is from CNN. I'm not CNN. Yahoo News, in fact. Combs, also known as Puff Daddy, didn't pretend to be a quiet boy. Brandishing his business, Bad Boy Entertainment, there were run-ins with the police. One famous involving his girlfriend, Jennifer Lopez, which, by the way, and to all you J-Lo fans, guess what? Don't be surprised. Hot Behind's being dragged to federal court. Miss, I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to go to jail. Yeah. The possibility might be there. There were rumors about he allegedly handled business and personal disputes, but the money kept pouring in, reportedly to a tune of $1 billion per Forbes real-life billionaire list, which came out in November 2023. So I imagine maybe last year he was a legit billionaire, then all of a sudden things started falling down. That same month that Combs' billion-dollar status was celebrated, Cassie Ventura, who dated him for over a decade before they split in 2018, filed for an explosive lawsuit against him, alleged rape, abuse, sex trafficking. Combs settled the lawsuit the next day. admitting no wrongdoing. A video of Combs appearing to hit, kick, and drag Ventura in 2016 later surfaced in May, for which he took full responsibility. Oops. Ventura's lawsuit opened the floodgates. A number of other women and a man who produced one of Combs' albums sued him over the next few months, alleged sexual misconduct or the other abuse. Due to the follow-up by the time the feds raided Combs' Miami and LA homes in March, his business empire was unraveling. So basically, last year, he was at the top. It's like he's on Mount Everest alone saying, I am the king of the world. And next thing you know, he started falling and falling down hard. Now on the heels of his arrest, for which he pleaded not guilty and maintains his innocence, we have a clear picture of his financial situation and how it has been impacted by the allegations. Now this is the part you gotta keep an ear on here, folks. How did Diddy make his money? Combs earned his cash through music, alcohol, I think he may have like an alcohol brand label, something like that, clothing, he had a clothing line, media, and started businesses. So yeah, he was a serious businessman. And there's not a picture of him saying like, let me see I show him. Let me see if I can show it right there. So I need to talk about it. Hold on a second. There you go. Says that Combs was honored with the Global Icon Award and the MTV Music Videos Award in September 2023 for his global success in music and beyond. 2 months later, a lot changed. Yeah, a lot could change. A lot could change in 2 months. Imagine that. You know, it's called like as high as you come, far as you fall. Just ask Icarus that. If you don't know who Icarus is, if you don't know, you better know. Most notably over the last decade plus, the Bad Boy Records label founded a cable TV network, Revolt. He was an investor in Diageo Spirits. Oh yeah, owning the tequila line, the Leon, and promoting the company's Ciroc. Yep, Ciroc vodka. Yeah, that's not the cheap vodka. That's the one that's gonna cost you a ton of money. He profited off an alkaline water-based aqua hydrate, in which Mark Wahlberg was also an investor, which he sold at a big buck deal. He bought it back his clothing line, Sean Paul, for $7.5 million. Hold on a sec. And he invested $185 million in cannabis companies. Oh, you know you're going to make money from that one. You invest in cannabis, there's a lot of people who will go crazy for cannabis. He's going to make money from that one. That was in addition to his Bad Boy back catalog. Hold on here. Let's also talk about his third attempt for bail appeal. He don't want to stay in a detention center, but guess what? He's staying. They are trying to get him out, and they saying no. They will make sure they're going to prosecute him. They'll make sure the guy has no room to breathe, and they're gonna fight tooth and nail to make sure he's not getting out. Okay, this one gets into some more detail here. Oh, that's a sweet rose. Holy, yep. I'll show you this. Wrong phone, by the way. Yeah, that is a sweet looking Rolls Royce. And the question was he worth before the allegation? I'm glad you asked that question because I'm about to tell you. Last year, Forbes dropped the billion-dollar figure. It has been trending that way the last few years. The outlet said that he is worth $550 million in 2012, $700 million in 2014, both times putting him atop of hip-hop's wealthiest moguls list. Diddy declared himself a billionaire in 2017, then backtracked, saying that the race for the first hip-hop billionaire was still on. Okay. Okay, you gotta check this out, and you shouldn't be surprised. Forbes estimated that he's worth really like $120 million at the time. For as who won the race, it was Jay-Z who became a billionaire before Combs in 2019. It is true. Jay-Z became the billionaire before Combs, which makes you kind of wonder about Jay-Z. Yeah, like I said, the picture showed the white over with the Rolls Royce was these over the top events like the annual white party and champagne tasting, homes, cars, planes, blah 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 blah. Yeah, makes me kind of wonder. Now, this one says here, what is Combs' estimate be worth today? Well, after all the allegations, the raiding, and being arrested, this one says here, this is from Forbes themselves. Forbes estimated for his net worth was probably $400 million as of June of last month, as sexual assault allegations continue to mount. Business partners have fled. Outlet reported his brands have become increasingly worthless. In other words, though, he's became more and more like bad for business, basically. He had a lot of money going out in legal fees. Oh yeah, that's going to drain you quick. In November, Combs reached a settlement with Detroit, the terms of which have not been revealed. Before the suit was filed, Combs allegedly offered her 8 figures to call it off. 8 figures? Time out. Now, 6 figures, I mentioned so was like about over $1 million. 7 figures, tens of millions. 8 figure, over $100 million? Whoa. Yeah. $100 million is kind of hard to say no to. Even when you pay the legal fees, you still have a good chunk of change left. Again with expensive liquor. Okay, the lawsuit has led to a number of other accusers of suing him. Those cases are ongoing. After Combs' September 16th arrest, his attorney, Mark Agofilino, declared that they're ready to fight the charges, which be another hefty cost. His legal team has been hard at work on this case for nearly 6 months, already after Combs' home was raided by federal investigators in March. Like I said, the legal fees are going to destroy him. What assets has Combs sold amidst the scandal? Oh, this is going to be fun here. Since the 40 accusations began in this past November, he sold his stake in Revolt. There's a big money maker right there. The Sean Jones fashion line was phased out at Macy's. Okay, that's bad. And Macy's is a big deal. He ended his partnership with Diageo, reached a settlement in a lawsuit he filed against the London-based spirits company in 2023 alleged racism. Combs no longer has a business relationship with Diageo, which retains sole ownership of Ciroc and De Leon. Oh, that big boss holding part was De Leon. Prior to his arrest on sex trafficking charges, Combs put his 17,000 square foot LA mansion, which was raided by Homeland Security, on the market for $61 million. He gonna need that money. His attorney says in court on September 17th that Combs is in the process of selling his private plane. Yeah, right. Then again, he probably gonna get another one. Registered to Love Air LLC, which is gonna bring another $20 to $25 million. Yeah, that's like a custom-made plane. What else did we learn about his finances in court? In his attorney's unsuccessful attempt to free Combs from jail for his trial, they revealed an extensive bail package in which they proposed $50 million bond detailing about his finances. It was known that Combs paid the remainder of the $18 million mortgage on his $48 million Miami Beach home compound in August. So the mentions here is lock, stock, and barrel. Over the week, he entered a letter of intent with someone interested in buying his plane. Combs is trying to rent a New York City apartment as his federal case in U.S. District Court for the 7th District Court in New York, but hasn't had luck. He's staying at the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan when he was arrested. All I'm gonna say is, I can imagine like how people like react when that happened, but it's some people like say, yeah, it's just a matter of time. What other impacts that has been to his business and brand? Well, this is where it gets more interesting here. Miami Beach hosted its annual Sean Diddy Day. Whoa, what? This is what it says for Miami Beach. Miami Beach hosted its annual, keywords, annual Sean Diddy Combs Day in July. I have no words for that one. At the request of New York City Mayor Eric Adams, who has to be indicted for several questionable crimes and all that stuff, Combs returned the key to the city in June after receiving it in September of last year. And I think he had returned the key from Florida, I think, from a time as well. Howard University, oh yeah, I didn't forget that one. Howard University revoked Combs' honorary degree in June. University also returned his $1 million contribution and ended a $1 million pledge agreement from his Sean Combs Foundation. Yup. Peloton's involved in this? Peloton paused to use his music, and he's getting less radio airplay. Yeah, right. But I think they stream his music, but other places like that, yeah. Oh, here we go. A Hulu show intently called Diddy Plus 7, which showed Diddy's family business and their lives, was scrapped in December. An e-commerce platform he launched, Empower Global, for black-owned businesses, saw at least 18 brands exit in December. That had to hurt. The public tuition-free charter school he founded in Harlem severed ties with him in November. Ooh, that hurts. What did prosecutors say about his business? Oh, this is going to be fun. According to the indictment against Combs, he abused, threatened, and coerced women and others around to present his sexual desires, protect his reputation, conceal his conduct. Some of the injuries were so violent it took days or weeks for the victims to heal. Among the allegations is that he orchestrated drug-fueled prolonged sexual performances or freak-offs that women feel coerced or forced into with male sex workers while he recorded them. And I'm not going to say that last, but I refuse. You can read it on that link I can provide for you. When his home was raided, the investigators found guns, which is 3 AR-15s, with the face serial numbers, narcotics, and some more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. Some people say it's baby oil laced with drugs. Some say it's a certain drug you drop in a drink. You make a person more euphoric and more agreeable, I think. I think some type of date grape drug, something like that. The indictment alleged that Combs ran a criminal organization referred to as the Combs Enterprise, where members of Bad Boy Entertainment, Combs Enterprise, and Combs Global not just filling his bank account through his entertainment and lifestyle deals, but allegedly committing criminal acts at his behest, including sex trafficking, forced labor, interstate transportation for purposes of prostitution, drug offenses, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. Prosecutors said in court papers that they interviewed more than 50 victims and witnesses in Combs' case and anticipate the number will grow. If convicted, all 3 charges, the sentence calls for a minimum of 15 years in prison. Keyword, minimum. In other words, though, the best case scenario that Diddy Combs can have is 15 years. Keyword, best case scenario, minimum 50 years. And here's the thing, even after 15 years serving in prison, let's say he goes to prison tomorrow, he'll be 50, next year, like he's 55, 60, 70. He can't do a thing. He cannot do a thing. Check what my message says quickly. Yeah, but bottom line is this, though. This is not looking good for P. Diddy whatsoever. And it turns like his business empire is crumbling. Like I said, he went from being like high as a high, limousine riding, jet flying, penthouse living, right down to the lowest of the low in the Metropolitan Detention Center, waiting trial, which possibly, well, not possibly, the best case scenario he could come up with, and I mean the best, is 15 years in prison. And I can't see him just walking out. I mean, you guys, you know how, the only way he might have a chance to cut that sentence even lower if he serves up politicians and big name investors I go a step better. If he serves stuff like, say, natural names and Illuminati's and hardcore proof, he might get a break. Do I see that happening? Nope. Not by a long shot. But folks, what do you think about all this? Leave your thoughts and comments below.